Oh,
Look at that.
that looks large, Brad.
Does look large. Does look large.
Well, we're at Forest Lane
Oh,
Fisheries
wow.
today. Oh my word.
Yeah, proper
Oh,
in this
that's
one.
between my legs.
Hey up, cheeky. Look at that. Oh, oh wow, what a great way to start. Look at
Well,
that.
at Forest Lane Fisheries today with Brad Lucas, obviously newly crowned Fishermania champion. And we've been doing a few different videos for the actual members channel, but we thought there's so many carp
Proper
in
fish to
this
start
lake.
on that one, Rob. Oh, yeah.
What's he, 8, 9
Gotta
pounds?
be 9, 10, I reckon, nearly, yeah. Biggest one of the day.
So many fish in this pond. We're on the Oaklands Lake today, here at Forest Lane Fisheries.
Yes.
And obviously I was sat watching Brad in the Fishermania final myself.
Were you?
I was.
You were, yeah.
I wasn't catching many fish, so I was watching you and you were fishing, well, particularly when you caught a load of fish, you were fishing micros and expanders.
Yes, a very similar method. So we've done a few shorts today for the Catch More members channel, and we've just thought we'd do a little sort of, not of interview, but just a genuine chat really about what
Just a bit of fishing, to be fair.
And then obviously the actual tactics that sort of, I suppose you could say, actually won me the final or led me to have a massive start, a great lead to the start, was just micros through a cad pot, exactly the same cad pot, obviously in a little bit different depth, which is why the rig's not exactly the same, but obviously today we're using a mudline style float, 0.4 matrix muddy, back shot, 020 main line, nice bulker shot, and a nice 3-inch hook length. Them 3-inch hook lengths are absolutely key at Westwood. Obviously I caught on a few different rigs, but you know, micros and expanders were a great bait for me to start on, mainly just because, well, everything eats them, especially at Westwood, all places like this when there's lots of carp, and not F1s here, but lots
Good
of
way
Westwood.
of getting a quick bite, isn't it, micros and expanders?
Yeah, it's just a great way to start as well. It's a negative way to start, but yet, you know, it gives you a good feel into your peg. And
I think me being able to sit here and for you to still be having fish coming in your peg already
ridiculous.
does
that was literally first chuck, wasn't it? So
does give you an idea to just how many fish are in this lake. Big stamp fish as well, not small.
Amazing. Yeah, like I used to fish this a few years ago and they weren't this big. It's amazing. You know, he feeds them well here as well as does Eddie at Forest Lane. So.
Oh, there's one there, Brad.
Oh dear, come
Reckon
on.
you're going to get him?
Been going well so far.
I've caught pretty much a fish every single truck today on different methods. Done some meat fishing short, haven't you?
Yeah, and shallow.
And shallow.
Long shallow.
Long shallow.
Great. Lots of barbel in this lake, isn't there, Rob?
It's full of barbel. Not small either. 3 to, well, a pound to 4 pound on
yeah,
average.
probably a bit. Yeah, on average, yeah.
But
2.5, 3 pound average probably.
Been told there's some larger samples as well, up to 6 pounds. So if you fancy a day on the barbel, come on down to Forest Lane Fisheries because you won't be.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh my word!
That was a great one, wasn't it?
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That was mega. That was
Oh wow.
Pretty sure that's in the mouth as well.
Oh yeah. Proper bite. He was almost waiting for it, wasn't he?
It was just waiting for it and clunk.
We thought we'd have a little bit of a problem here because the banks are a bit different. They almost, so say I think we've got 18, 19 inch there, so perfect. Almost near your max sort of depth you'd use a mudline style float for.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it almost stays the same depth quite a while out, so we thought there'd be a bit of a nightmare to come in, but maybe because it's overcast and it's still warm and overcast, they can't really see our pole. I tell you what, that's 2 fish for nearly 20 pounds.
That is a kipper.
That is ridiculous.
Amazing
Just
fishing.
shows the difference edge fishing does really have, doesn't it?
We haven't actually seen any that size, I don't
not
think.
that size, have we? I mean, that's ridiculous.
See if you can hold him up. If he's not,
Yeah,
if he behaves, hold him
I
up.
think he's very slow, this one. I think he'll be behaved. Oh, look at that. Sorry to interrupt you folks, but I've just got to tell you about this awesome day's fishing we're having here at Forest Lane Fisheries. And we're doing a bit of meat masterclass fishing up in the water with meat. Yes, exactly. You've not heard much about it. So if you do want to watch the video, it's live now over on the members YouTube channel. So if you want to see, hey up, oh, big barbel. It's a big barbel. Look at this. This is what you can expect from this video. In fact, we never actually caught one, but it's an absolute treat. Doing some meat fishing shallow, something I don't get to do loads of, but when I do, it's absolutely amazing. I tell you what, I'm giddy about this fish. Let's see if we can get him in. So yes, live now, like I said, head over, just £5 a month, and you can watch all the backtrack history. You can watch every video I've ever posted. You might even get to see my ugly face a few more times. So look at this. Is he coming? Tell you what, they fight amazing in here. What a venue. Here he comes. Is he coming? Is he coming? Oh, look at this. Look at the tail on him. Oh, we've got him, look. Look at that. So yes, if you want to watch it and see some awesome fishing like this, look at that for a fish. Then go over and watch it now. See if we can hold him up. But yeah, it just shows how deadly sort of a tactic that really is. I mean, mitron expanders, not everyone does that this time of year. I don't know if he's going to behave, Rob.
Is he not?
Oh, yes.
Look at that for
Beast
a
of a
kipper.
fish, that. Absolute beast. But yeah, like I said, mitron expanders, oh yeah, he's definitely 10 pounds.
He's 10, 12 pounds.
Yeah.
He's a big fish. Big
Oh,
belly.
wow.
On him.
Proper belly on him, look at that. Gives you a good splash as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and then he jumped out my skin when you hooked that one, Brad.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's not something that people actually lend themselves to summer fishing, or especially late on in your margins. But
More of a ground bait approach than most people would
yeah,
take.
or ground bait, or micros and corn, I think people would do, or micros and maggots, and feeding a volume of maggots. But it just shows, like, I think it's because you're still feeding quite a lot of bait, don't get me wrong. I mean, if we feel like now they might not start coming in as quick, you know, we can step up to the large. Obviously, the one thing I like to do is actually cut little holes in them.
Make them a bit bigger.
Just make them fast release. As you can see with them ones, obviously green slick elastic for a short kit. Get some really in control. Obviously just to a nice simple connector. But it just shows, like, you don't have to almost feed loads of ground bait, especially on venues like this where it might plumb up. As you can see, just dunk your pot, just like normal, you know. Hey up, hey up.
No
I've
way.
got a barbel.
No.
Oh, it's a skimmer.
A skimmer.
Oh, who says you can't get a bite on here? Look at that. That is ridiculous.
Species hunt, Brad.
Species hunt. Barbel next.
Barbel next,
But
hopefully.
yeah, you know, just shows, you know, you don't always have to feed loads of bait, because on a venue like this, and I've had it way before, and this is why I actually thought we'd have quite a few problems, is when you feed a volume of bait, they just sit off the back of it, because obviously normally the whole point everyone fishes in mud lines and edges is because you want to get into that shallow water, whereas today there's the same shallow water there as there is a metre out.
Like there and there is
Yeah.
virtually the same depth, so
there's no need for them to come in.
they'll linger just like off the bank here.
Exactly that. Yeah,
then-
that's exactly what I mean.
It's hard to get them to come against the bank where they
Yeah.
are easier to catch.
100%. Whereas when you just sneak in a little pile in, they don't almost feel like they're getting caught. So don't get me wrong, it's not a way to catch, well, I dare say that, we've just had two for £20, but I was going to say it's not a way to catch a massive weight of fish, it's almost a ticking over and nicking one. But, you know, if this stayed like this for the remainder of your last hour of your match, when they start to come in, it's more than enough, and it's definitely totally different to how I would attack a normal big carp sort of margins, feeding loads of bait, trying to draw loads of fish in. You know, it just shows that, I think it's because there's so many mouths in this lake that the carp almost have to feed in that shallow water to be able to feed confidently,
Yeah.
without getting pestered by lots of barbel. So that's why obviously you don't have to feed loads of bait.
I think them carp like to come in that shallow water, whereas
Yeah.
the barbel are happier to live
Yeah,
a bit further down the slope in the deeper
Yeah.
water.
yeah. So we'll see if we can catch you one more, shall we, Rob?
Oh yeah, I'd love that. I think there's one thing I
Yeah.
always think with this sort of edge fishing, you see them lingering
Oh,
just off the
yes.
back of your rig. They know your pole tip's here, and they'll just come along the bank, and that's when you nail them in
Find
it.
that pile of bait, don't they? And you always get the biggest of bites and big commotions when you hook one.
It's great fun.
Oh, look at that! It's
Oh, look at
literally
it, you're
on the
definitely going to
bait.
catch him. You're going to catch him.
Oh, has he done us?
Oh,
I reckon
I
he's
think he's
still
still
there.
there.
So exciting, like you say.
One thing I do notice about your rig, it's sitting dead still. Why is that? Is that because of how much
That's
weight
like I
you've
said,
got?
You know, that weight of float, it's a 0.4 mud line. So obviously we talked the reason behind being the float, but the shot itself is a bulk. The bulk being so it pins over that pile of bait I'm feeding.
Yeah.
You know, it's really positive. You want something that tells you exactly what is a bite or what's not a bite and what's a liner.
Yeah, nice thick bristle.
Yeah, that'll be a 2mm hollow. So something that really shows up the bite and positive bites. Obviously you've seen the speed of the bites.
Oh,
Some spook one there. So that's another little thing. See, my rig's not actually moved that bad. So I'm almost confident I've still got a pile of bait. But for this instance, and to prove a point, what I always do normally, if your rig is disturbed,
yeah.
you want to feed again, because obviously normally in my mind, you've fed that pile of bait, you've got your hook bait directly over it. When they waft it about, you've not got a bed of bait to sit over. So again, repeat that process, just literally like that. A nice little press, obviously they'll help it release really quick. Get to your mark, just a little debris floating up there. Dunk it, let it all release, lift, then nail it, and it'll sit directly over that pile of bait until it's disturbed. Now, whether it's disturbed because you've caught one, because you've spooked one, or whatever, just refeed no matter what.
I suppose you got to remember, like a big kick of one of them fish's tails.
Oh yeah, even a foot away, isn't it? Look, it's one straight.
Ooh, he's
See,
done
I
you.
reckon that it looked like a perfect bite, that, but I almost seen him turn at the same
That
time.
was just one of its fins, like wafting.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think he already turned at that point, but we've lost our hook bait. So I always like to say you never really miss bites off carp. F1's a bit different, but
What is hook bait? I don't know if you mentioned
expander,
that.
just a 4mm expander.
Ah, nice.
They're quite big expanders, them. So, you know, don't get me wrong, when you're fishing with carp, you could fish 6s, but I feel like you're feeding micros anyway, so it's just like method feeder fishing. The way I like to think about it is they're not eating, oh, there's one there, let's try not to spook it. They're not really eating, they're not picking out your hook bait. It's the pile of bait that they're eating. So
Yeah.
again, I'm gonna feed again.
Yeah, he's wafted
Yeah.
you, hasn't he? He's
And
done
this
you.
is what can happen when they get that annoying. So almost don't chase tails is what I like to say. You know, when I'm out on the banks with people, whether it's coaching or whatever, I always like to say sometimes don't waste time, you know. You might catch 2 really quick like we did then, which was amazing. But now if this keeps happening, you're spending more time out of the water.
Yeah, so what would you do if you had an option to come against the bank? Because obviously today it's a little bit shallow down to our right, but here's
Yeah.
a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
But obviously it doesn't give you that option of fishing against the bank.
No,
what
I
would you
feel
do?
like that short line, you know, in front of your nets
Yeah.
where they've got a bit more depth over the heads. It starts to slope off, so they can almost tell you which depth they want to be in. I feel like that could be a really confident. Look at that one there. Spook that one. Hey, we got snagged, but we'll refeed.
Come on,
Come
catch
on,
us one
gotta
more.
catch us one more.
One more.
But that was perfect, you know, one spooked and just come back and refeed it. Just accept it and come back.
Obviously in the Fishermania final, where you fish this kind of method,
Yeah,
micros and expanders, well, I mean, we all knew going into the match that micros and expanders is a good way to start off.
Yeah.
And you had a nice spot where you fished it against the bank, so it did make it a lot easier for you than
Yeah,
obviously
exactly,
today.
yeah.
It's a little bit trickier fishing away from the bank, but it
I
does
fished
demonstrate
it in slightly deeper water on the day.
How
mainly
deep was
being
it?
Probably 2 foot, so a bit deeper than this. A slightly different rig, but still the same. You know, it's the same sort of idea. You've got to pile of bait, pot your bait, lift, drop, rig directly over it.
I think it's a good tactic for anyone watching to start on. A lot of venues which are like F1 Snake Lakey style places where you can start in the edge. Micros and expanders is probably the best way to do it. 'Cause what do you think? Pellets are really quick, instant response?
Instant response. You're feeding lots of bait, small bait, everything can eat them. You know, you get a great response. You get the idea of what's in your peg. You know, like we say, we can catch skimmers on it, which we even did.
Yeah.
You can catch carp, F1s, you know, loads of fish. You know, you just get a sign straight away, and obviously depth dependent. Obviously that's up to you to decide whereabouts you're going to start or what depth to start in. But sometimes on, I wouldn't say carp venues, you won't start in your edge because they tend to back off and sit in a bit deeper water. But F1 venues especially, it's such a great way to start.
And I think on them, I mean, obviously on Fishermania, you caught carp, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
But
Yeah,
it's an F1 venue, and I think that having the F1s in your peg at the same time does
100%.
make them carp come in
massively.
and compete for bait, whereas
Yeah.
big open waters like, I don't know, Barston, Meadowlands,
Yes, exactly.
them venues, them fish ain't got any reason to come in, have they?
No, exactly, no.
Until the last hour.
So yeah, definitely pay attention to what's actually in the lakes. But it can be devastating, as you can see.
I think you'll snare one more, Brad.
Oh, there's one there. It's amazing. You do get an odd bite like this, just random out of the blue, and you think, how the heck has you've caught a £10 carp and you've not seen him come in? So it's definitely not a case of waiting for one to be shown.
Yeah, I think it's deep enough for them just to sneak in a little bit. I mean, it's, what is it, 18-inch deep, did you
Yeah,
say?
18 inch, I'm going to say.
There's one there.
Definitely one there. There's a few there.
Is it?
A few all over. But look at me rig, it's hardly moving. That just shows the importance of having such a positive rig. That debris is rather annoying.
It is, isn't it? I think you'll still see a bite.
Oh yeah, I think so. Hopefully we can
You have
create
to
a
bear
big
in mind,
splash.
folks, I am sat about a metre away from Brad's float.
Yes.
So it will be slowing it down a touch. I'm sure you would have caught one by now if I hadn't been involved, but hopefully enjoying a little bit of action, seeing the float go under.
Just about to say I might refeed.
Second one's just swam out.
Yeah. Maybe. Let's give it 5 more seconds.
You can see what we were talking about earlier, an odd one lingering off the bank.
Push that out of the way. Come on, get that out of the way.
Get rid of him.
Go back in. Yes, there we go.
You have another, one more feed?
One more feed, one more feed. Can't end without
No,
a
we're
fish.
definitely going to catch one. We'll definitely catch one.
Well, we're not
So
going
there's-
until we are. So
If there's only a minute or two left of this video, he's definitely caught one.
Oh, there's one there straight away. Mental, innit?
Comes straight into that
Can you
food,
see that?
doesn't
My
it?
rig's
Yeah, I
getting
can
pushed
see
up.
it.
I'm giving him the good strike.
Oh, firm strike, Brad.
Oh, yes. No escapees. Oh, has he picked it up? He's pushing my rig into the reed now. Oh, you. Yeah.
Oh, he's doing it.
Oh, what happened there?
What's
Oh,
happened?
Small fish. Got scale on.
Oh, dear.
Very, very small fish in the peg. That's a bad sign. Tell you what I'm going to do. I bet you know what I'm going to do.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to change my pot size, look.
What
Go
have
for
you
a
got on?
larger pot.
Large pot. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come around this side this time,
go
change
on
it up a bit, and hopefully
That's the good luck. You
it
getting
might
out of my
just
way?
it might just
Look at
make it
that.
a bit easier to catch one.
Let's be a bit quicker, look. Bigger volume of bait. Oh, you're joking. You're joking.
Knew that would work.
Oh, wow.
It's a kipper as well.
Well done, Rob. Thanks for getting out of my way.
There you
I've
go,
even lost
see.
my cad pot, look.
No, he's
That's happened twice. That just shows them fish linger at the back of your bait all the time. I literally flick your rig out, pot your bait, and he's had it already. That is
There you are.
amazing.
So,
Oh, yes.
bit of action from the Fishmania champion himself, Brad Lucas here. Hope you enjoyed him watching him catch these large carp.
Can't believe the size of them difference between out there. I mean, they've been massive all day, but these are just ginormous.
He's fighting him.
That is a great noise. You know when they turn? Yes, this elastic. For a short kit, you just can't beat it. Look at this. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. He's a lively one.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely amazing. Oh, yes. I don't know if I'll be able to hold this one, Rob.
Well, we'll leave it there then, but if anyone watching wants to find out about some other tactics that we've covered today, we've done some meat short fishing and meat shallow fishing here at Forest Lane with the man himself, Brad Lucas. Head over to the channel members area, check it out, because I can tell you, you're in for a treat.